Alright, we're going to Nashville. I got my new set of Sachtler Flowtech legs. It's going to be the first trip to try it out on. It's like a small one-man band commercial shoot. Not normally stuff that I do, but should be fun. So someone else has a Sachtler in the airport. I'm about to hit the lounge, but they don't have any to-go cups, so I go to Starbucks, grab one of these if they're being nice, and that way I can take my cappuccinos or whatever mixed drinks out of there and then onto the plane. As someone who travels constantly, I hate that this is a real fact. Out of the top 10 U.S. airports, 9 of them have Centurion lounges. Orlando is number 10, and they do not. Before I comment on the Sachtlers, this is for the entrepreneurial-minded people out there. I go to Puerto Rico frequently. I surf. I normally surf at this beach. And every time I return, I figure out how can I live there or how can I be there for a part of the year. So lately I've been talking to a realtor lending team and seeing if I can do a short-term rental, purchase a property there, rent it out on Airbnb, but also have a place for myself to stay when I want a vacation. A lot of ideas are moving around, and I even figured out a way where I could continue working for my retainer and potentially fly back in. So I don't know, 6 months out of the year, something could work. First experience flying with this Pelican 1650 Air was a little problematic. I don't know if it's because I had the handle up, but at first the Spirit agent asked me, are there weapons in there? I said no. And then she said, you got to go to the oversized line. And I said, this isn't oversized. She said, it looks oversized, so you might as well just go there. So went to the oversized line, went in there, and the lady said, why you're here? This is not oversized. I was like, I know. And she said, what do you have inside? I said, camera equipment. She goes, okay, we'll put a fragile sticker on it. So I do appreciate that. But the whole point of this is that it is travel friendly, check-in friendly. So I don't even think I weighed it. I'm pretty sure it's just at 50 pounds. So I didn't pay any overage fees. And if they did ask about that, I would have used my media badge, but I need to get a new one. Okay, so I got all my stuff. Let's get to the hotel. This is hands down one of the worst pack jobs I've done in so long. Normally I have my doctor's bag, but since we're going airline travel, I have to use this older think tank. This is what I used when I shot real estate a lot, but it's not ideal for an FX6. So with the doctor bag, I don't have to take the handle off, I don't have to do anything, but if I'm going into an overhead luggage compartment, all that has to come apart. And this is packed very poorly. So there's a lot of hard things banging into other hard things. Lens caps can pop off here. There's some separation, but it's just not ideal. So I would love to get a new airline style piece of luggage, one that preferably had 4 wheels, not linear, but like the roller 360 degree, so that you can just go like this and spin as you walk. Something like that. I know Pelican just came out with that, but it doesn't have any dividers or anything. It's for like consumer luggage, like for clothing and stuff. It's not protective for gear. So I want to figure something out. I do like having some pockets on the side and just extra compartments that can expand. Whereas if you just get the typical 1535 Air, I believe, or one of the other brands versions of that, it's just a solid case. There's nothing else that you can add on, but who knows, that might be the call. I know a couple of people who are using FX6 packages in that style of Pelican, but of course I have a second camera, different battery types, so I need to figure that out. But this is the story for this trip. So we got the 1615 Air and the new item, the Sachtler. So right off the bat, very happy that this can fit in there. In fact, with my e-image tripod legs, it went all the way to here, so this actually has some clearance. there is not much stuff in here, and that was kind of surprising because last night, as I'm putting all this together and using my hand scale, it was always over 50 pounds, and there is not much in here. So we have the head that I wrapped up, we have the legs, and then I put on the handle, and the arm is here attached to the head. We have the 200X. I really like these mini milk crates from Walmart. They're like $1, $2. And the softbox here, under that is a 5-in-1 reflector, and then a small lightweight RE stand and 2 cranky stands. These are the Lowell Uni 2 model number UN55. And then there is not much here. Basically, I have something to hold the reflector, the 5-in-1. I have something to kind of lean this Aperture MT Pro. Yeah, this wouldn't fit in here for weight regulations. So with only a head tripod, 3 very lightweight stands and a small light, that's already capping me out at 50 pounds. And I would like to stay at 50 because I could use my media pass, but sometimes agents don't understand their own policies, and you end up having to take stuff out to bring it down back to 50. So let me show you why I am so happy I got this. So with the other tripod, it would take forever for me to put the head on, screw in. The threads were ridiculously long, but now with this, my super secure pack job, the old beach towel, hopefully there's no sand in there, and the active, I forgot what they call it, they call it the way it connects with something in particular, but anyways, the whole thing was, yeah, I want to be able to quickly put this on and off. So you just lift the lever, tighten the brakes, lift the lever all the way, and that's it. To level, it's got this, and then the really cool part, or one of the really cool parts, is that this plate is longer than my previous tripod, and the contact point is much longer. So for my longer style camera, this is much more secure, and bells and whistles on this are really nice. You have a light that stays on to help you level. So it has this, and then it also hits this little prism to shine light on here to show you where you are on these levels as well. The handle is great, super strong, and just makes moving things that much easier. This arm is a little long. I typically don't need something that long. And the touch and go plate, or no, it's not touch and go. It's the, just whatever, their side loading plate. That's what it is. So you just click this button, it pops out, and then you want to put it back on. That's it, tighten. And then of course, this. I don't think I can do this with one hand. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, I did not get the ground spreader system because the point was made to me. If you're getting these for the quick release latches that always stay at the top, because a lot of other tripods have these quick release latches, Sachtler's the only one where they stay at the top and it's a flip latch. Some of them are twists, different types of mechanisms. If I get the ground spreader to collapse it, I have to bend down, pull the thing, and close it together. And that defeats the whole purpose of not having to bend down to undo the other leg segments. So I thought, okay, this was on sale. I think it was about $700 off. It came with the mid-level spreader. Most of the people I know don't even run a spreader, and because it has predetermined lengths that these legs can sit out at, and that actually might just take off another few ounces. But I am so excited for the implementation of this tomorrow, because tomorrow's job is essentially commercial work without the commercial crew. So there is a huge imbalance of the sample reference videos that they sent me of saying we want it to this be the inspiration versus the tools, crew size, everything, time to make that happen. So instead of them getting a commercial crew, they're getting me and 2 bags and no one else on the crew. And that will make a huge difference. So I have the shot list that we're going to go off of. I also have to split time with the photographer who's there. I voiced that I would prefer him to shoot flash, that way we can, or not shoot flash, so that we can double shoot, and I don't have flashes in any of my footage. So I think he's gonna go natural. And then really, there's not a lot of time to be moving things around, so I'm most likely just gonna take this 200 and put it on a stand, shoot it through windows, and maybe the MT Pro somewhere, but the bounce and neg, just hold it on one of the lower lightweight stands, and that's it. It's gonna be a very fast day. This is way different than what I normally do, and that's why this kit is so different than what I normally do. But how did I get this job? It was from a one-off from Production Hub. It was for a local gig. I filmed it at the BTS. It's on the vlog, this vlog. And then a couple months later, they said, we got a new project in Nashville. The reason we want you on this is because of how you interacted with the kid that we had on the last project. The kid was the center of it, the main character. And they said, you talked to that girl in such a way that made her feel comfortable. You got great answers from the interviews. That's the type of environment we want to create for this project in Nashville. And it doesn't matter that I have an FX6. It doesn't matter that I have this style of microphone. It doesn't matter that I have this. The only reason I got the job was because of how I interacted with the people on set. So that makes me feel really, really good. And then also, it's an excuse to have another job where I get to pick out the tools that I think would help me achieve what they want and how I want to shoot. The reason for this purchase is speed. I just want to be able to quickly level, change, flip up, down. I'm glad I got it on sale. And thank you, Colin Jung in Ohio, for posting your videos about the Sachtler. And you're talking about how your used tripod wasn't able to clamp onto here, because when I saw your stuff, I did something wrong when I was putting this in, and I was like, now I remember, that's what he said. He had an issue where it wasn't grabbing on as well, and that helped me fix it last night while I was throwing everything together and just rushing out, or rushing to get some sleep for the night. So thanks, Colin, I appreciate that. And I'm tired, so I'm probably gonna take a nap. No one's waiting on me. This is great. I don't have to do anything. Kind of just chilling. Do you guys remember this vlog from a few weeks ago when I got to work for Wall Street Journal again?
Does anybody really get very excited about
So that is our interview shot. That came out good. I really, really like that. And you can see the entire behind the scenes of how exactly this was shot. And we only did 2 interviews this day, and they're doing a 4K punch-in since they didn't have, since they didn't order a second camera, but I'm very happy with that. Since I only shoot and hand off footage, I don't edit, I rarely get to see the final deliverables, but when I find something in the wild like this, I add it to this playlist.